We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you. Right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some gobbler. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback, niggas on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. All back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one opens.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeiting it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no camera. Amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, We gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback sneak, it's on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I step on them down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Champion, we want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Gun.
Second down, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's go. Yellow.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Reset. Come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So the Broncos coming out now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Wide.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 39 that time. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to the best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Yellow.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Escapes the sack, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Whitney Mercilus in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Black. Hey, steamer.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Looking to throw on second down. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Watson on first down. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Watson to throw on second down. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 24. On first down, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Shane Lechler now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
To the right side, complete to Miller. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 31. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They come out here in the eye. On third down, it's Lenzen, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And McManus able to put it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Here's Watson now on second down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Todd Davis in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 60 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Derek Wolfe. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gun! Bingo! Two!
Cousins on first down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very solid gain of 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Spurs!
A first down throw for Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Let's go! Black.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a handoff to Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Come back, come back.
On second down, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Watson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. On first down, Watson dancing to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
Sanders has it over the middle. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Black. Through.
Cousins now on 2nd down. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. A second down throw for Cousins. And it's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They go play action here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Andy Janovich, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps it complete to Miller. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now Watson looking to throw on second down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Now a first down throw, Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. And that one results in 35 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw on second down, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Following the interception, Cousins. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. DJ Reader with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow. Spurs, Spurs.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Wide, wide. Gun. Rhino, Rhino.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Rhino, Rhino.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Rhino, Rhino. Liz, 50, here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He's got a man at Sutton. That's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd down, Cousins again. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50, the 40, 30, 10, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will get them one closer. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return is Henderson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DJ Reader in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Rhino! Go ahead. Yellow, ready, send there, yellow.
2nd down, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Black.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. First down. Here's Cousins. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Buying time to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Reed. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go, let's go. Yellow, 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 yellow. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Throwing here, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, let's go. Lucky 48. Hey, flipper, flipper.
Here's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And some room to roam now. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.